My name's Pat. I was in the Army Medical Corps in Vietnam. They sent me north to Da Nang. I was attached to the 1st of the 46th Infantry, but also worked at an aid station. You know, as a medic. It would get very hectic. Choppers flying in, dumping off the wounded, you know, and you take care of them as best you could. Really just affected me. I had my first panic attack, which I didn't even know what the hell that was, you know, at the time. Where you'd walk onto a ward and the beds were just lined up, you know, both sides, all walls, just hundreds of beds in a particular open bay ward. And I started sweating, having heart palpitations. You know, I swear to God, I thought I was having a heart attack and dying. When I got out of the Army, it was like, okay, you've been through a real shitty deal. You had your life before, and then you went to the Army. So let's just take this experience, put it in a box, put a bow on it, stuff it in the shelf, and go on. And that's what I tried to do. I went to college and started working in business and worked my way up. I was drinking pretty heavy. And in a blackout, I tried to commit suicide. My wife got the gun away from me, and I woke up the next morning, and she said, "Do you know what you did last night?" I said, "Nah, not really." She said, "Well, you're sitting on the deck with a shotgun in your mouth." So that was a real wake-up call, and I said, damn, you know, I got to do something. So a friend of mine worked for the VA, and he got me into a program. It was sort of dry out kind of lockdown program for about 2 weeks, I think it was. You got a big dilemma when you have coexisting conditions, and mine was alcohol and PTSD. So I'd dry out for periods of time and still had the mental issues going on. What I finally came to realize about 3 years ago was that, you know, you really can't deal with things going around in your head while your brain is screwed up, you know, be it drugs or alcohol. So that's what I really got serious about, you know, addressing the issues. It was a great experience to finally get to a VA that did have a more comprehensive PTSD group. I entered it, first of all, sober. And these people really care, and they're professionals, you know, and through certain techniques, cognitive behavioral therapy, to be able to understand why you're having these feelings, you know, of guilt, safety, intimacy, all the facets of life, really. I don't feel like I have to be so angry all the time. I don't feel like, you know, I'm threatened as much, you know. And life is so much easier. It's much more peaceful existence. And, you know, once I surrendered and said, well, you know, you've got it and you accept it, then you can really start dealing with it. There's no magic wand. There's no magic pill that you can take. You have to put forth the effort. But if you do, you know, the rewards are remarkable.